show. I mean, first of all, here I am surrounded by these two lovely ladies. Well, I'm not surrounded, but we're in a good spot because we're doing our Halloween month specials and everything.
Spooky.
Exactly. See, this is what we're looking for. How come we can't get the lads to do this? I'm Chase.
James and Matt, you're fired.
I'm Chase.
Oh, I'm Faye. Hello. I'm new.
I'm the new kid on the block. And I'm Sinead Renee. But you already knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, they did. So anyway, we're here talking about Halloween kills, as you see on a picture above.
Speak.
Now, we are looking forward to our favorite Halloween moments, specials, whatever, when we do that special coming up. But this is like the third? I think this is like the fourth incarnation of the Halloween series.
Christ, is that many?
Well, fourth incarnation mean that if you think about them as trilogies, this has been going on forever. I mean, like I think it's like about 25 years now.
Just like Mike goes on forever.
Just like Mike.
Michael Myers.
Oh, yeah, okay, Mike Myers. All right. You thought she messed up now. Just like Mike, he goes on forever. But so yeah, this is Blumhouse, who believes in making films for $1 million and come and recouping millions and millions upon that. But this is the second in this latest incarnation of Halloween, right? And the first one was Halloween that came out like 2 years ago. Wow, that wasn't that wasn't that bad, was it? Yeah. And then, but this is Halloween Kills and everything. So I mean, like, first impressions there, Faye, on Halloween Kills.
Serious spooky vibes. I've never seen the first one. Believe it or not. I'm so sorry,
She's
everyone.
so young.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen the first one.
She's here for the education.
She's older than me.
Oh, no. I've never seen the first one, but for me, I was like, oh, damn, this is spooky.
Yeah, damn, this is spooky.
This is spooky.
What about you, Sinead? I almost told you Faye.
How
Faye,
dare you?
Sinead. I don't know. That's the way it sounds.
I'm going to be honest, Chase. I didn't like it. I didn't like this one. I'm sorry, everyone.
You know what? Listen, your honesty works best. But I loved it. I mean, well, I love the original series. Loved all of its incarnations. But this one, but I'm going to still love it more than you. And everything, you know what I mean? Because, like, what we decided, like, our producer, Blake, over there said, hey, man, you don't have to break down the whole film. You could just talk about your moments. And I'm thinking, okay, we could do that with this because I don't want to have to put everybody through every last pace, especially because it brings out the fear in Faye. I got to keep looking to make sure who I'm talking to. So, first of all, let me look at the beginning of this film, because what was great about the beginning of this film was the nostalgia around the original film. Because like the way the Halloween part one ended, it ended with them thinking that they burned Michael Myers, right? So Laurie, her daughter, and the granddaughter, they leave and they see the fire trucks coming in and let it burn, and stuff like that. So when this movie picks up, instead of jumping right into what happened to them, they take us back to 1976 and everything. So we got to replay kind of like the original, because this was a lot of fan service in this film. So I will always be here to talk about the fan service. But I like the whole factor of the cops trying to hunt down Michael Myers, where, like in the end where he's leaving the house after the kids left out. And the two cops are talking about Michael because when Michael was a kid, he killed his sister, right?
Yeah.
So, like, so one of the cops was like, I remember that kid. My mom forced me to play with him. Yeah, did you ever have to like play with somebody that not like you knew they were going to be crazy, but
I mean, we do that in our adult life. So, do we have to? Oh, yeah. Oh, fine.
All right. I mean? The weird kid in your life.
That one.
Like,
It's like, go and play with it.
No, I don't want to. Please, no.
You know how
the mom's gonna sit and drink coffee and talk and smoke. It's like,
you know how parents do. It's like, look, just
you just go play. Go play.
Play with that little weird one for a second.
Go on.
This was before they knew kids could be a lot more dangerous. But anyway, so the cop was like, Yeah, I used to, my mom used to force me to try and play with him, but it was weird and everything. But anyway, he ends up getting killed by the present day Michael. But they introduced this new mythology of Michael looking out the window. We were talking about that, right, Sinead? And like, what the hell was he looking at?
What is he looking at?
Is
it in his sister's room? He looks out.
Yeah, in his sister's room. He looks. Well, it was kind of like, on the one hand, it's like if you look into your reflection, you can see the darkness in your soul. Maybe
me every morning.
Is it?
As I get ready.
Here we go again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Sinead, you look out your window, all you can see is the neighbors across the street.
True. That's very true.
Just they're like intently staring at them, and they're just like, "Hello."
Have you ever stared out your window there, Faye? What do you see?
Just nothing. Just the void. Just there, like.
Don't you just see the tops of trees because you're in like your attic?
I live
in an attic.
Faye lives in the
I
attic.
live in the attic and over the woods, so we're getting spooky vibes from that.
Wow. I was going to say I see sunsets, and they're beautiful. So either way you look at it is, basically this cop, in the original movie, in the original trilogy, Dr. Loomis shoots Michael Myers in the face about 5 times and sends him off the terrace. But what they're doing is they're doing this Tarantino thing with this movie where they're doing a revisionist history. So Michael goes down the stairs after killing, he grabs the cop who grew up with him, but the other cop shoots that cop
by mistake.
And so Michael's like, man, I'm going downstairs. Right? I don't get to kill him. Go downstairs. And so he's surrounded by all these cops and everything. And like Loomis is going to shoot him, right? But then that cop saves him. So that cop now lives with the guilt of saving Michael Myers' life and everything to lead us into this new series. So there's no other movies. Like, they think there was like about 8 Halloween movies, right?
Yeah.
Including
Something
Busta
like
Rhymes doing Kung Fu on Michael.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. I said the same thing too. Watch that special where we do the flash time. But so in this new history, Michael is captured and he's in a insane asylum for like about a good 30 years. Right? So then they pick up where they see him in the burning house and the fire trucks go. So you guys, this was a great action sequence because you got to think about it. The original Halloween movie had no blood.
It wasn't allowed.
Oh,
It's too
I
scary.
like that though.
Yeah, well,
That's cool.
It
I
was
like
it
that.
was more about the suspense and the music, but it was pretty much bloodless. And to live this legend of having all these films and everything like that. But this movie, they weren't gonna let you live without that. It's a bloody massacre. So Sinead, do you remember this opening scene? Because basically Michael Myers left in the basement.
Yeah.
And the firemen come, and so being firemen, they're like, "Hey, who are you?" Thanks. Right now, Michael comes out of the house, and he's got to take everybody out. So it's like this was pretty.
Yeah, it's like Christ.
You know what I mean? I loved it. Even when they for some reason some guy had one of them circular chainsaws. You know what it is? And then Michael just like, give me that.
Just
I'll show you how to use it.
The equivalent of like you literally just went.
Yeah.
Stop.
He's like, no, it's yours.
Exactly. I mean, anything is a weapon. He was like Wu-Tang or something. Anything with a weapon in him, and everything. So now Michael just starts walking through town. Kind of like he did in Halloween 2.
Yeah.
Where he's taking out like all the different neighbors. Now you saw this bit was what's interesting about this movie was in the first version of Halloween 2, Michael did go through town, but he mainly is going after Laurie. That's his singular focus. This one, I'm going after everybody.
Everyone's gonna get it.
They must all die.
No one will survive.
So they decided that, you know what? This town don't sleep. Evil never dies. And they're going to have all of these different characters in this movie because it'd be the town, Michael versus the town. Now, so he goes to this house. Now in the first version, I got to keep saying the first version and this version because this is how they keep changing things. He goes into this house where there's this old woman who's watching TV, right? She's like, and she's just in the kitchen with a little. She's going, Harry's asleep, right? And she's got a butter knife because she's like making a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
This one.
Oh my god.
So first of all, you got a black and white couple.
It's very nice.
Woke.
Interracial.
Oh, yeah.
I'm there for it.
Yeah, very woke. But the black woman is playing with a drone, like a little baby drone, you know, right? And like her husband's like, what's going on? And they hear that there's something in the closet.
Yeah, because he flies the drone into it and Freddie.
And he throws it out.
He throws it back. Mike throws it back. You know?
Don't be throwing no drone in no closet.
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah. That guy goes, wait a minute, somebody in there.
He's like, wait a minute.
Won't you just leave?
I'd be gone. At that moment, I just was going to go like, bye.
Somebody threw that out at me. And then like so he creeps towards the closet, and then when he turns on the light, Michael just smashes the light. Right? He's like, what the fuck? Don't turn on the light. You know what?
I work in the darkness.
Stories, you know, like with like when you're in college, right? And they tell you those stories about don't turn on the lights, right? You know, like you come into the room and it's like somebody's in there, it's like don't turn on the lights. What would you do, Faye?
I would run for the hills. I wouldn't even set foot in there. I'd be like, no. I'm not dying today, guys. I'm out.
It's like all these like things with kids, like going into haunted houses and shit. It's just like you just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like all the horror tropes. It's just like you just leave.
I'd just be like, no.
You just leave.
If I
The
had
advice
like,
from these two is just leave.
Just leave.
just leave.
Don't just do it.
don't
Just
be a hero.
leave.
Don't be a hero. Leave. Leave.
So-
Leave.
So these old people did not. So
Ah!
oh man, I mean, you know, like the guy goes, oh, now he slams the door, right? He's like thinking that he's locked the door, but then of course Michael busts through like the glass,
The window.
right? And then he pulled the old guy. It's like Bloodfest, man. He's like pulled the old guy, he's like
Smacking his head against the wall. And then he pulls him through.
But then, yo, why'd you guys do that to the old black woman, dude? Right? So he takes the fluorescent tube, right? It's like he don't like lights. Takes the fluorescent tube and then shoves that in her throat. Not down her, not down her mouth. In her throat.
Just like, yeah, just in the side. And she had a knife and she just sat there and let him do it. She was just like,
I accept.
I'm old.
I accept it. It's fine. My time's to go.
So here she is croaking, right?
Croaking.
While he drags the body of her husband, right? Who's a big man, right? Throws him on the table like a slab of meat. And then what did he do, Sinead? He just took each knife out of the thing.
Beautiful.
Now one, you're dead, right? Grab another.
now two, you're dead.
It's like he's an artist, right?
I must have said
As the woman watches him like kill her husband, it's like, what are you doing, man? What's wrong with Michael?
He sounds like an artist, to be honest.
Yes.
So
Well, we're
he
gonna
sounds
get
like a
into that when we
troubled
get into like
child.
this other people. But yeah, Michael is crazy, bro. So like this movie is just insane. So anyway, they established Anthony Michael Hall. You remember Anthony Michael Hall, Sinead? He was in like Dead. He was in Dead Zone, and well, he was from Weird Science, man. He's that kid from Weird Science and 16 Candles. Did you ever see those John Woo movies? I know you're young and all. Seriously, you never seen the John Woo?
Nope.
Listen, these girls have to watch the damn John Woo. We'll put it on Guilty Pleasures for you.
Okay.
Seriously? Anyway, so he's playing the adult version of Tommy Doyle, who was the little kid from the very first movie, right? And everything. And like, he's like, you know what? I feel this. He's coming. I feel he's coming. And I got to protect Lori. I got to protect my town and stuff. So they all end up in a bar. I'm expecting it to be karaoke. I forgot what they were
Living it up in the Hotel California.
Yeah, no, it's not that shit. But like, so they supposedly end up in this bar to unwind, and it's the fan service bit of the movie where they got like the nurse from the first movie, and they got the little girl who was like Lindsay, but she's grown up now. So the actress
Oh, the
was
same
little girl.
actress?
Yeah, same actress,
wow.
Kyle
Oh,
Richards,
that's cool.
and everything like that. So they're in there with this black couple dressed up as the doctor and the nurse and stuff, as you do.
Yes. Dr. Hibbert and his wife.
Yeah. Didn't he look like Eric LaSalle from ER?
A little
Did you
bit.
remember?
He did.
Yeah. I know she don't know what ER is, but if you
I know what ER is, I just don't watch it.
No, I know exactly. It's old. Anyway, so these people all end up hanging out, right? You know, and all that kind of stuff. But then, like, supposedly, somebody they try to go to the car, and somebody's in the car. Kind of like the way Mike. It's all fan service, you know, because it's like the way Michael was in the car when the girl goes there. So then, but instead of going in the car, right, she comes running out. She's like, "Oh, somebody's in the car! Somebody's in the car!" So then comes into the bar, and then everybody all comes out, right? And so this is like where they're going, like, well, you know, in the first movie, right, in the Halloween, there was a bus that had these mental patients on. So one of them is in the car. So it's not Michael, but it's like a false lead, right? Mm-hmm. And everything. So anyway, but they all come to the car. They're like bashing the car, but then he's able to drive. Now, this mental institution seems to teach crazy people how to drive. Do you know how to drive there, Faye?
No.
I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm just trying to say maybe like if you went
I
to
was like, what are you trying to say?
No, what I'm just trying to say, it's like they taught Michael how to drive when he was young, and this guy, he knows how to drive too. Maybe when, you know, I'm just saying, they go to a mental institution, he learn how to drive. Hey, got no else to do. So anyway, so like they're chasing after this guy. And so now we got this mob chasing after who they think is Michael and stuff like that. So then this becomes about the town, not about Laurie, because Laurie is having an operation in the hospital, right? Now, what I would appreciate is that Laurie, they showed her butt, not butt. They showed her stomach open, and they had to stitch it all back together. So it would have been kind of unrealistic. I would have expected it, that she could be running around the hospital. So this is why she's out of commission. But then I'm kind of like, why'd you set that up, man? This is Jamie Lee Curtis. This is fucking Halloween Kills. I came here to see Jamie Lee Curtis versus Michael Myers. I didn't come here to see all these other people running around town.
The whole time versus Michael Myers.
Yeah, well, this is what they do. We probably in the next sequel, you know, it'll be Jamie versus Michael. So anyway, this is where we get I'm jumping ahead because I said we're not going to do the whole thing. This is when we get to Michael's house, who has new owners. Our gay couple, Big John and Little John. And the thing about it is, Big John is not even the big one. You know what I mean? It's not like that. But you know, I was saying, right, Faye, I was saying to you, just like, this is not your stereotypical gay couple, because it's again that woke culture, isn't it? You know, they just kind of like, yeah, that, you know what I mean. They don't kiss, they don't hug, they don't do the things that people find offensive nowadays. They're just men as they do, but we get the scare thing with these little kids, right? So you remember that Sinead, where it's like, they're like, help us because like we got candy from you, and then there was a razor blade in it, and then it's like coming out of this person. So they got a kid on the ground, and they go out to help him, but then it was like damn little kids who were trying to rob the house because it was like a stunt, right?
Damn.
Those kids must have been scouted.
And they're like, hey, you.
Schemers.
You know what house this is.
It's the house of the two bears.
No, it's not. It's Michael Myers' house. And stuff. But no, anyway, so it's just like, you're kind of like, is this the bit that I'm asking you, Sinead, is this the bit that you think that, well, I don't know what movie I came to watch, because that's what I would think, that this is not your usual slasher movie, because there was something about it that didn't make you like this movie.
There was something going on. I don't.
It was all too many characters, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like I kept zoning, because I'd just come in from work when I watched it as well. I kept zoning in and out, and it's like every time I was watching it, it was like the same story but with different people. And I was just like, I couldn't engage because I wasn't moving with any one character. It's like I couldn't engage with the story. Yeah. Especially like only having like a vague knowledge of like what had come before it as well.
Yeah.
It's like obviously all these people have a vendetta against Mike, but it's just kind of like, why?
Well, because he's the local boogeyman and everything else like that. They don't even. But then when people start disappearing or being killed or whatever, then obviously we gotta stop him. And usually I thought that was what was interesting is that the director or the writers, whatever, they decided that if you really are in a small neighborhood, like I'm pretty sure, like if you really are in Liverpool and somebody is going around killing like people that you know, you're not just going to sit around and waiting for the cops who are like, there's a bunch of cops and none of them do anything, right?
Literally, there's a black guy with a sheriff's hat.
What's up with that guy?
I am the law, not you.
I am the law. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's like, you know, the kind of like mob mentality. It was like, oh, evil dies tonight and all that. And they all
that was so cool.
How did they all end up in the hospital? Like, that's what confused me. They were all just chilling in the hospital in their costumes because it was Halloween.
Yeah, well, because they felt like this is where, you know, Michael was going to come looking for Laurie. Laurie's in the hospital and everything. And she actually is still thinking that he's dead, by the way. You know, by the time she wakes up, you know, surrounded by her daughter and her granddaughter, she's thinking that Michael is gone, you know. And the cop, even that I was talking about at the beginning, ends up in her room for some strange reason. Why would you just put him in the same room with her? But either way you look at it is the fact that it's still this multiple character scenario that it gets to be so stretched that you're not knowing who you should follow. Like the guy in the dress. I'm not saying anything, bro. I'm just telling you there was a guy in a dress who was supposed to be like the boyfriend or the friend of the granddaughter. So, and as well as the grandson of one of the kids, the adults when they were kids. So it was just like you got so many characters going on, it's hard to follow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, too many characters.
Too many characters spoil the broth. Now, what about? Did you see the killing in the car? Sinead, remember the killing in the car with the doctor and the nurse?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so you know that bit where they're going after Michael. So they're in the car and Michael comes for them and stuff, and they're trying to replay the scene from the first movie. This is what I mean by fan service. When fan service goes wrong, he you know, like we see through the rearview mirror, he flies on the roof, and the nurse, she was the original nurse that was in the car. So they're replaying the same scenes from that movie, but this time Michael gets the gun. No, he doesn't get the. This time Michael kills the nurse in the car, like probably like she was meant to die in that way. So now, these 20, 30 years later, she does. But this black guy who was in the nurse's outfit, he takes a stethoscope and wraps it around Michael's neck. A plastic stethoscope.
Plastic.
And he's like,
This will kill him.
and of course, Michael's like, what the fuck?
Get off me.
He just jabs them kind of thick in his eye, right? And it's like, oh, it's just disgusting. And then the black nurse, you know who's actually dying, she comes around the car with a gun, and then Michael just kicks the car door, and then she shoots herself in the head.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and it's like,
what was the payoff for that?
what's going on, bro? What's going on? You know what I mean? And it was just wacky. It was just wacky and stuff like
yeah.
But what was cool was that Lindsay was in the car, and then like you know, like she had gone to. That's how they ended up. She had gone to see these kids on the swings, and they're like, "Yeah, man, there's a guy with a face. He's trying to scare us." Then she's like, "Go home, go home, go home," and it's him, right? You know, he comes walking,
he's chilling in the corner like Slender Man.
Hello.
Yeah, like Slender Man, yeah. And then like she fills a bag of with rocks like Charlie Brown. you remember Charlie Brown Halloween? Please tell me you see that one.
I've seen that one.
You know where he said, "No, I just got a bag of rocks." Well, Lindsay just got a bag of rocks.
Good grief.
Good grief, Michael Myers.
But she gets away. Good old Lindsay gets away for now and everything. So we got all these sequences, but none of them seem to tie together, do they? You know, remember I mentioned the gay guys in the house. So they're in Michael's house. So Michael, who seems to teleport, He goes from the park to the house to the street and everything. Now he's back at the house with the gay guys because I got to take them out. You're in my house and stuff like that, And like he does this thing where he knocks on the front door. The guy goes to the front door. He's not there. Then he knocks on the back door. The other guy goes to the back door. He's not there. Right? It's like, damn, what are you doing? Are you zipping around the fucking house, man? What are you doing? But then by the time they go back to the front door, then the front door is open. It's like, what we gonna do, Big John? Swear to God, what's going on with this and everything? And I forgot what happened to Lil John, because then he didn't shoot him, but he takes his eyes out, Lil John, and everything. And then they don't even show you killing Big John.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff
like,
that. Oh, did he?
Into his eyes.
Oh, damn. I would love to say this was scary and horrifying, but it doesn't sound like it. So, but then Michael poses them. So that way somebody else could come along. I forgot who came along to see the bodies that are up there and everything. And I didn't understand this at all. I really didn't. I'm not lost in the sauce. I just don't understand it. So now we're back at the hospital, right, and everything like that, where they're like, hey, we got to hunt Michael down. And so the granddaughter says, I'm going to join the fight. And the mother doesn't want her to. Stay here.
Goddamn Karen.
Stay here with your grandma.
Stay with your grandma. That's it.
Yeah.
Now.
Even though she knows that Michael's coming. So why would you put your own daughter in the line of fire if you know Michael's coming? I don't know.
Because she's a Karen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Her name is Karen.
Karen.
Her name is Karen, and she's a Karen. Yeah, there you go. Her name is Karen. She's a Karen. So anyway, the mob is out there trying to fight Michael, but then they realize that they think Michael's in the hospital. So they're all like, "Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight," and they're like chasing this poor innocent psycho. Right?
When did that happen? I was so confused.
Because I told you it would happen in the last movie. You were supposed to have seen the last movie. But either way, I know. Why should I? But either way is, they wanted to just show this mob mentality of killing an innocent person in a way, even though he's a psycho.
That's what this mental health patient was, Michael.
Exactly.
But he wasn't.
But Karen, of course, no. I gotta save him. But then he ends up like killing himself.
He jumps out the window and he smacks his head on the ground, and it's like baked beans coming out of a can.
That was pretty disgusting, the way they showed his body all twisted up. But then then Anthony Michael Hall was like, "How are we supposed to know he was wearing a mask? This is some fat little guy in a white gown."
And Mike Myers is like big
boy.
There is no way
Big
they are
boy.
the same person. Mask or no mask, no way they're the same person.
Unless he was on stilts.
Yeah. But either way you look at it, is like, so what was the point of all this? Just to give us this action stunt fall thing and, make people feel guilty?
So unnecessary, wasn't it?
Because it didn't do anything, did it?
That's one of the reasons I was like, what is this? It's like everyone is doing everything but what they need to do. That's why I didn't like it.
Longer, yeah.
Literally.
And then we got a teleporting Michael going back and forth and everything like that. So then the boy in the dress, his dad, and the granddaughter, right, end up back in Michael's house, right? That's how they went up to find the bodies all posed. That's how that happened. But then the dad goes, "I'm gonna go in. You guys stay here." But no, Dad, we're together. That's why we came here.
Stupid plan.
Very stupid.
Stupid plan. Stupid plan.
Stupid boy.
Very stupid. So either way is, we don't even see Dad get killed, but it's like Dad's turned into a suitcase. The son goes up the stairs, finds the bodies of the gay couple, finds his dad, and then, of course, Michael comes out, and what's he going to do?
Kill.
That's right. So, that was horrible. Michael,
His death is horrible.
like, he just, it's like he shoves his head into, like, the,
the wooden panels of stairs.
That's what I'm saying. I hate it.
No.
So he knocks one of them out, so it's just a spike, and he starts.
Yes.
No.
Exactly.
Onto the head spikes.
Now, the granddaughter
falls down the stairs,
like
breaks her leg.
like Lori did. She can't even move. And Michael's up on the stairs. Right? He's gonna come down the stairs, but then he comes downstairs. He's like, the kid is still kind of like, right? He's dead, but he's still like, and then he just takes his head and just shoves it.
No, he snaps his neck.
Oh yeah, same thing.
In front of the girl, and she's like,
No.
I mean, not that he would have survived having his head on a spike.
No, exactly.
But she was very much like,
He
he
just
just
wanted to prove
"You're
the
not
point.
dead yet?"
How could she?
He wanted to make more of an impact. He was like, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll kill him twice.
So then he comes down the stairs and she's like, it's like she got pepper spray. I don't know what she had in her hand. But
She has like a knife and she's like, come and get me instead.
come and get me, bitch.
Come and fucking kill me. Come on.
And then her Karen mom comes in with a pitchfork. Stabs
Stabs her in the back.
Not her, Michael.
Yeah, stabs him in the back.
Yeah, and everything. Now, and then she takes off his mask, right? And she runs out in the street, goes, ha, 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 I got your mask, come follow me.
And it does.
Which you do, and everything like that. So we all want to know what Michael looks like, don't we?
Yes, oh my
need to know.
God, it was so annoying. I mean, they obviously established that his face was burnt from like before.
I know, but what is he?
But we don't see what he looks like ever. It's so
remember
annoying.
Jason, you remember like Jason when he had like the hockey mask and they would keep taking the
Yeah.
mask off and everything. So Michael's like the same thing. But now in the first movie of this movie and everything like that, we see that Michael's got kind of like a beard. It looks like somebody shaves him or something like that, you know, and he like got like a bald spot and stuff just to show he's old, right? And everything. So we get the kind of like the back of him,
Yeah.
you know, and everything. So she leads him down, you know, through the alleys. And this was a clever plan in a way. So she leads him right into the mob, you know, so
People
he's surrounded by
Ready
the
to
mob.
kill.
And we're
Halloween
thinking,
kill.
yeah,
Halloween,
yeah.
Yeah.
Name of the
Kill his
name of
ass,
the
kill
film.
his ass, kill his ass. And
The
shit.
evil
And they
dies
beat the
tonight.
crap out of him, right? They beat the crap out of him and everything.
Oh,
and
sent.
then Tommy Doyle, played by Andy McGall, says, "Go back to your daughter." And she's like, "No, give me that knife." What are you trying to tell us, people? Right? So she gets her vengeance, and then she goes back to her daughter, right, and everything like that, you know.
The natural order of things.
And she's on the stoop. Everybody like coming back, you know. They thinking, yeah, we killed evil. Evil died tonight,
did
and everything like that, you know. Now that old cop was actually the original cop from the first movie, Charles Cyphers, and stuff like that. You know, he's like, well, I'm gonna kill him too. So he pulls out his gun to like shoot him, right? But then she stabbed Michael in the back with his own knife, right? So all of a sudden, how? I don't know. Michael pulls the knife out, slashes the throat of the cop, and then gets up and starts doing kung fu on everybody.
You could kill me.
It's just
Seriously,
like
right?
Mike versus
It's
the
just like
world.
slash. Oh, wow.
Cutthroats all around. You get a cutthroat. And you get a cutthroat. And you get a cutthroat.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And like, so the daughter, you know, ends up in the Michael Myers house, you know, like in the same room, in the window, right? You know, and looking out that window.
They
As
never
if
did.
she's looking out into evil, right? I don't know what they were saying, but I looked at one of these behind the scenes, you know, and then explained. But, of course, you know what happens.
He teleports upstairs.
How the hell did he
damn
get
it.
it? She's looking out the window. You should have seen him coming. You looked out the window. You should have seen him coming.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a damn minute.
Oh my God,
Wait a damn minute.
maybe. Nah, maybe he came down the chimney like Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
Or so, I don't know.
So anyway, he's behind her and then like, yeah, boom, bitch, you're dead. So like, that's Halloween.
Kills.
Halloween kills.
That's Halloween.
Now
Kills.
you know what? Jamie Lee Curtis is not in this ending because she's in the sequel. Halloween Ends.
Finally.
She'll probably find out that her daughter's been killed by Michael.
And go on a
And
rampage.
goes on a full rampage and obliterates.
Yeah. Now, out of all the times I said that we keep going back to Michael's house, right? Someone speculated, because I mean, we all speculated, right? What do you think is going to happen in Halloween Ends? And like, how are you going to kill Michael? They stabbed him, shot him, all kind of things, right? He won't die. So somebody said that
burnt
they're
him
going to
alive.
have to burn the Myers house,
So he won't come back.
where he won't have nowhere to go when he comes back.
Oh,
You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
Well, how do you do the whole movie and then burn his house?
You know what's really weird? It's like everyone's kind of established him as like this evil entity, but nobody's tried like, you know, a seance or a
No, they tried that in Halloween 4.
exorcism.
They did that in Halloween 5.
Didn't work.
was Michael
No
Myers.
one's made a ring of salt around his house to keep him in. No one's.
He can't leave. He's just stuck. He's like, hello.
You just see him stood on his lawn.
Maybe I'm seeing my future death when I look out this window. When they like doing a ring of salt around my house.
Practicing like assert dominance.
Because does he only appear on Halloween night? Is that the thing? Or-
Technically, he doesn't come on Christmas.
Not
that'd be
yet.
the next thing.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be Silent Night, Deadly Night. So, I mean, either way you look at it, I'm pretty sure we got Laurie, we got the cop, right? We got the black cop with the cowboy hat.
Where's the law?
We got the granddaughter. You know what I mean? So we'll have those characters. And now, because he kills Tommy, I forgot to say that.
Oh, yeah,
Michael
you know.
does. Yeah, Tommy
With a big
yeah,
bass.
Exactly. Tommy gets a bit back, but yeah, and I think Lindsay's still alive too. But either way you look at it is that Laurie's gonna have to go after. She's probably saying, if you want things done right, you got to do it yourself. Because now she'll be healed. It's like probably, I don't know, maybe he'll disappear and it won't be like the same night. It'll be next year.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Michael needs time to heal and stuff. You know what I
He needs a
mean?
little vacation after that. He's like,
He's killed a half a town. He needs a
Time to have
rest.
a
He's
break.
put his feet up.
no self-care day for him.
You know what's funny is like last thing I'll say is that in one of those the second Halloween trilogy, like the Curse of Michael Myers and all of that, is that at the end, Michael, was in another fire and he slides down this kind of like swamp water thing and he ends up in his cave in the next movie. And it's supposedly like he's there with some like homeless guy, trying to eat some beans. And Michael was sleeping for a year.
Wait.
And then after a year of sleeping, then he wakes up and shit. Then he killed the homeless guy who was taking care of him and shit.
Oh,
what I
that's so
mean?
mean.
Damn it, the poor
God
homeless
damn it,
guy.
Mike.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm pretty sure that
I
they're
mean,
gonna
who-
have to wait another
who was,
year.
Remind me, who was Laurie again? Was she his babysitter or something? I
Yeah, she
forgot.
was his babysitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the second one, they tried to say that she was actually his sister, and that's why he was chasing her so much. But in this film, they were just saying, no, he's just evil, and the
Maybe.
town is evil, and he's just chasing everybody.
Maybe the
Why doesn't everyone just
babysitter.
move?
Maybe the babysitter was having an affair with the sister, and he's like, "No, we can't have any lesbians here." And he killed the sister, and he's going after the babysitter.
No. He was 7 when he killed his sister.
6
And
actually.
Whatever. And then like about 10 or some odd years later, that's when Laurie grew up and stuff. So no, had
So
nothing to do with the
basically,
babysitter.
he has a vendetta against women.
Yes,
He
that's
hates
right.
women.
That's right.
We
He
know
hates
so
women.
many people that hate women, don't we?
Michael Myers, the
I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, Halloween ends. That's coming hopefully next year. But this has been a look at Halloween Kills. And I would like to thank these young ladies for joining me here, not letting me be in a sausage party of my own and everything like that. So I'd like to thank you there, Faye.
No problem.
Thank you, Faye Dalzell.
No problem. It's okay.
And then, of course, the lovely Sinead, who's always here.
I'm always here. You can't get rid of me.
Can't. Who wants to? And everything. And I'm Chiefs. And then that's Blake on the decks. And then until the next Halloween or
We'll
into
see
the next
you
dark
later.
special.
Have a spooky night.
This was the movie
Happy
squad.
Halloween. Oh.